Okay, I just completed my biannual mulching. I thought we'd take a little perusal through the garden. It's time for another little trim job here. I don't know if you can see, I got these little white pellets here. What those are mothballs, because in this one little section here that separates the property of my neighbors, the neighborhood cats decided that they were going to make their own little litter box out of. So I put down some scat and some mothballs, and that keeps them away. And it's out in the open air, so you really don't smell it strongly standing around it. Keep those little fish. I love cats, but I definitely don't want to not have any and be cleaning up their mess. Alright, this is my locust tree. Just finished its final fruiting. It's very hard to actually get much fruit off there because it's a short period of time between them ripening and them rotting. And the insects seem to get to them before I do. My beautiful double hibiscus, which flowers beautifully. Boom. This is my pink guava tree, which fruits very well, but once again we got a problem with insects. By the time I take them off, they're loaded with all the larvae from the insects. I'm going to have to put those little mesh bags over the fruit when I start this year. This is my black persimmon, and I constantly get buds on here and flowering, but I haven't fruited. I'm not sure if it's the area that I have it in, if it's getting enough light. I'm sure it's getting enough light. Later on, I think I'll have to put some more fertilizing spikes out for it. It is a grapefruit tree, so it should have fruited by now. I've had it for at least 5 years, I think. If you can see now, the buds are out. And they will flower, but I'm not sure if they're going to fruit. Maybe it was just too young to fruit. Let's see what's here. Let's see right here. We'll see one of the flowering. Where are you? There you go. There's my Japodocaba, and that hasn't fruited either, and it's been there quite a while. It is rafted. That one I'm pretty sure is just in the wrong spot, and I'm going to have to dig her out, but she's rooted very well, so it's going to take a little bit of work. This was my patio mango, which I could have kept in a pot. I had it inside the screened-in patio, and it was doing well. I decided to bring it outside, and it's still doing well, and it's getting a lot of fruit right away every year. My Indian jasmine, my buddy Saji brought a small plant from India, and he gave me a small cutting. I put it in a pot when I first came out here over 14 years ago, and it grew well, and I put it now inside the ground, and these flowers are so fragrant. Saji used to bring a few of these flowers in and put one on everyone's desk in the office, and it would light up the entire room. This is great. My gardenias, and I'm not sure why they haven't flowered just yet, but they flower quite a bit, and that's an even more fragrant flower than the jasmine. I have two of those. Oh, it's starting to flower. This one's flowering already. Just walked into spider webs. One thing we have here is piles and piles of flowers. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Thinking of flower while I'm looking at it. What we have here is piles and piles of spiders. And they string webs everywhere. You barely see them, and you walk through them all the time. I'm surprised they haven't bitten me. I don't think they really bite unless they really have to. Now this guy here is my starfruit tree, and every year. It's just so much starfruit. It's so much work pulling them off, and then I have to distribute them to piles of neighbors or whoever I can give them to, or juice some for myself. So far I haven't seen any flowering. I was hoping it didn't flower. Purposely, not because of the work, just to give it a break, because it's just been phenomenal with giving fruit. Right here I have my grapefruit tree. It's grafted. When I first put it in, beautiful butterfly. When I first put it in, I had 2 fruit on it right away. And I waited and waited and waited for them to ripen. And I guess I waited too long also, or didn't spray the tree. And when I opened up the fruit, it was loaded once again with insect larvae. That's my biggest problem with keeping fruit here. I haven't had that problem with the mangoes or with the avocados, which you'll see in a minute. My emerald green arborvitaes, I put these guys in as little babies a long time ago, and they're unbelievable. And there's little to nothing you have to do about them. I put them a good distance apart from each other. I didn't realize that they were going to widen up like this, but actually it is good. I'm happy to not have space between them. Here's my flower garden. I just finished taking care of myself. I'm not going to say each and every flower here. Some of you know the marigolds, of course, the purslanes. And this big guy here is my moringa tree. I put that guy in as a baby, was it last year? Early last year? This thing grows like mad and very quickly. I'm going to have to trim this very soon here. And it's supposed to be very, very good for your health. Everything from the leaves itself to the seed pods that come out and the roots. I've tried it, and I can't tell you whether it's does much for the health. For one reason, is because it's almost like a peppery. It has a very strong peppery sort of flavor, aftertaste, and it was irritating my stomach. I already have some acid reflux problems, so that was something I had to watch out for. But what I have to do now is when I use it the next time, grind it up and sort of dilute it with some other stuff maybe. Some more double hibiscus. Bananas are doing pretty well here too. I never let it grow to a full bunch of bananas. I cut it in half, and because it's just too much. And this guy here is my avocado, one of my avocados, and there's piles and piles of little fruit on it now, as you can see. Last year it was literally hundreds of those little fruits on there, and 99% of them, I'd say, dropped off. And I think I might have gotten maybe about 10 fruit off of there after maturity. And quite a few are dropping now, but nowhere near like last year, so I'm expecting a better crop. Now, this is not one tree. This is the first avocado tree I put in. I put it in from seed, and it took maybe 8 years before it fruited. And I wasn't sure it was going to fruit at all. That's why I planted this other one, grafted, and figured if this thing didn't take off soon, I'd just cut it down and I'd have this guy here. But it did start to fruit, and it's fruiting now also. If I can find some spots. It's hard to see. So I decided to keep them both there, and they are crowding each other, but it's working out. I trimmed the hell out of this guy already. That's where he's at now. Got to keep them under some sort of control. This is the mango tree. I started from seed also. And once again, just like the avocado, it took maybe 8 years planting from seed to get fruit. But it's been fruiting well each year. And we got a pile of fruit this year again also. As you can see, it's hard to catch in between all the greenery. And I did prune the hell out of this guy also, but It's relentless. And I'm gonna have to trim this down a little bit more very soon. Okay, that's about it. Up. Another gardenia. I think I brought some of these in already. Bring a couple more in again. That's it.